After 6 years, they revealed the truth about the 4 supreme gods of Dragon Ball Super. In the Tournament of Power, 4 gods were praised by the Grand Priest for having the best universes, being too good to participate in the Tournament of Power. That's why they were left out. What few people know is that the real identity of these 4 Kaioshin was officially revealed, as well as why they are so incredible. Jin, Araki, Yuan, and Liquir are true legends who have been geniuses in their roles for millions of years. The secrets that their universes hold, and you are about to discover, show why Universe 11 of Jiren and even Universe 7 of Goku are nothing compared to these universes. 1, 5, 8, and 12. Starting with Universe 1, the strongest universe, meaning the one with the highest mortal level on Zeno's scale. On this scale, its mortal level surpasses number 7, more than double that of Universe 7, which only has 3.18. But how did this universe become so incredible? The mortal level of a universe depends on the strength of its 3 pillars. Stronger pillars lead to higher mortal levels. They are Kaioshin, god of destruction, Kaioshin, god of creation, and Tenshi, angel. The trio from Universe 1 is amazing, starting with the Kaioshin Anato, who alone is already superior to all the Kaioshins from Universe 7 combined. He is not an ordinary Kaioshin, but a supreme Kaioshin. I'm thinking about making a Dragon Ball video explaining the hierarchy of Kaioshins, Hakaishins, angels, and other details in depth. If this video gets many likes and people request it, I'll know you're interested. Anato is a very effective and successful Supreme Kaioshin. It was his efforts that made Universe 1 have a higher mortal level. After all, he is the god of creation and, like all the Kaioshins, has the ability to create planets and life. And he creates great planets and great life, not being lazy or careless. Despite his high status among the deities, Anato doesn't seem to be arrogant about it, and is commonly seen with a gentle smile on his face. He proves to be wise, as he's among the few divine beings aware that Goku is the sole hope for the lower universe's survival. Similarly, he is one of the few Supreme Kaioshins unbothered by the Zenyuts erasing the universe, seeing it as necessary for the balance of all universes. He also seems to despise the lower-level universes that participate in the Tournament of Power, since he doesn't seem to care who wins the tournament, as he thinks nothing will change for those who aren't involved. He doubts the Tournament of Power's effectiveness and believes it won't improve the universe's low mortal level. But he didn't count on the surprising events of the tournament, like Goku reaching Ultra Instinct, and when he sees this, he becomes intrigued, reminding himself that even the gods have difficulty achieving this form. At the end of the tournament, he is the only Supreme Kaioshin in the stands who is not surprised by Android 17's wish to restore all the erased universes, showing that one of the reasons for his universe's success is that he has the ability to understand Zeno's will and reasoning, as well as the typical behavior of mortals. After all, he creates mortals. He, as a Supreme Kaioshin, is much more powerful than ordinary mortals and also the lower Kais and Kaioshins. In the Dragon Ball Hierarchy video, I could even explain to you why the Kaioshins shouldn't be weaker than mortals, whether it's Goku, Vegeta, or anyone else. The notion of them being weaker is absurd, which relates to their origin from a golden fruit. I can discuss this in other videos, as it is canonical and official in the Dragon Ball Super story. His name comes from the Egyptian goddess Anath. And researching about her, there's a very interesting correlation with the story of this Kaioshin. In mythology, Anath was a loyal servant of the god in the Temple of Baal in both Yuan and Awamu. So let's talk about Yuan, the most efficient god of destruction of all. What are his secrets and why was he able to create such an incredible universe? First, we need to define incredible in this context. The mortal level is like the Human Development Index of Dragon Ball, but more comprehensive. It measures culture, scientific development, and the overall quality of races. This relates to Yuan, a character who conceals strong feelings. Akira Toriyama aims to portray a character whose true nature as a god of destruction, understanding the universe's needs, is concealed behind a hidden expression. The official Dragon Ball website portrays him as an individual with intense passion, enthusiasm, and explosive emotions, despite his calm demeanor. He is so respected that he is the only spared god of destruction who didn't start sweating nervously when the Zenos erased Universe 9. That's because he was certain that his universe wouldn't suffer any consequences that the lower-level universes would have to face. This doesn't necessarily mean the warriors from this universe are stronger than all in the Tournament of Power, but there's a good chance. After all, intellectually advanced beings can harness Kai, making them stronger as a result. And the god of destruction and most capable administrator commands multiple races to form a formidable team for a potential Tournament of Power 2, an advantage Universe 7 lacks. I can make a video explaining why Universe 7 might seem to be the strongest, but it's actually one of the weakest due to several reasons. Unlike Universe 7, Universe 1 has a much greater diversity of fighters, as well as a much greater diversity of life, too. The diversity of life also matters at the mortal level. In Universe 7, Frieza prevented this by annihilating several races that could potentially threaten his rule as the Emperor of the universe. All of this really hinders Universe 7, and in Universe 1, this problem doesn't exist. After all, Yuan controls the threat before it even arises. But out of the three pillars, Kaioshin, Kaioshin, and Angel, the most impressive being in Universe 1 is Awamu, the Angel. Despite his unassuming appearance, he is truly remarkable. He is an angel who is millions of years old and extremely experienced. Besides that, he has the right mentality behind the God of Destruction. Yuan's strength comes from his martial arts teacher, who trained him to become the God of Destruction and the strongest in the universe. He also trained his mentality. He and Yuan work together exceptionally well, as this angel possesses a unique ability, likely making him the greatest angel of all. An ability that hasn't been documented by any other angel, but simply makes it much easier to be a God of Destruction with this guy by your side. Wamo has the ability to sense everything that happens in the universe. Yes, just like that. In other words, through his perception alone, he can monitor all of Yuan's planets. So Yuan could just go there and destroy, consulting Wamo as a source of information. Anato, Yuan, and Wamo are without a doubt an incredible trio, and I can't see Universe 1 having mortal-level problems at any point in history, just like I can't see Universe 5. This universe is frightening, with its three pillars being Araki, the God of Destruction, Oguma, the Supreme Kaioshin, and Cooktail, the Angel. In this universe, despite the unpopular character designs, they are remarkably unique. Let's begin with Oguma. Something interesting is that this Oguma you're seeing here on the screen is actually a woman. That's right, Oguma is a woman. She is described as a gentle Supreme Kaioshin, who values the balance between knowledge and power. This is totally consistent with the video I made about the 12 most powerful gods of destruction. I mentioned that some gods of destruction, like Beerus, prioritize power over knowledge. They can be very powerful but have a bad universe. The first of the three pillars, Oguma, goes the opposite way. She is proud of her work because she understands that her preservation, as well as that of her fellow gods and her universe, depends on Zeno recognizing her good work. The East Kaioshin from Universe 7 is an inexperienced and lost Kaioshin. There's much to discuss about him in the hierarchy video. Oguma, a Kaioshin, is extremely peaceful and focused on creation, reflecting her Shinden instincts and lack of interest in destruction. However, as a Supreme Kaioshin, Oguma is significantly more powerful than ordinary mortals and other lower Shinjins of her race. Before the Tournament of Power, when Hellas and the other exempt universe gods arrive at the Null Realm, she tries refusing Daishinkan's offer to test the arena's durability, but is surprised when Liquir and Yuan interrupt and agree. She doesn't try to stop Araki, the god of Universe 5, from going. When she's watching the tournament, she's somewhat surprised when Zeno erases Universes 9 and 10. She is inspired by Ogma, a god from Irish mythology, known for being the god of eloquence, foresight, and the master of poetry, which makes perfect sense for the character who seems to be romantic. An interesting fact is that her voice actress is the same as Ubi's. After all, children in dubbing are usually voiced by women. The second pillar of the 5 universe is Araki, a fascinating and highly experienced character, potentially one of the oldest or even the most ancient god. He thoroughly investigates what should be targeted for destruction, and this investigative ability puts him ahead of several other gods. Unlike other gods like Beerus, who indulge themselves or destroy planets for petty reasons, he tries to expand his universe's potential with minimal destruction. Araki's strategy is notable for observing planets longer to determine their potential for development, rather than dismissing them too early. Despite some gods appearing lazy, Araki proves to be disciplined, regularly meditating and training as the god of destruction. And when I say training, it's not necessarily power training, but mental training. When a god of destruction reaches a certain level, they are no longer threatened by the universe's life, requiring training beyond strength, as they are already the strongest upon taking the position. He also seems to value life in general, as he was visibly disturbed by the erasure of universes 9 and 10. And this life preservation tactic helped him a lot. The third pillar, one of the most incredible in Universe 5, and for most the most incredible, is Cooktail, an angel. This angel is unique and distinct from all others. Despite being Araki's martial arts teacher and having excellent physical conditioning, Oguma and Araki are extremely experienced. As Supreme Kaioshins, they have millions of years of knowledge, and both Oguma and Araki are very wise. Cooktail focuses on learning from both of them, exactly. In a reverse process, he teaches martial arts and how to become extremely powerful, while learning about the universe's knowledge from Oguma and Araki. Despite possibly being one of the most inexperienced angels, he definitely helped Araki reach his power level, as being a god of destruction is not easy. The twin universe of Universe 5 is Universe 8, which is also one of the 4 superior universes. An interesting fact is that all these universes also have their exempt pair. 8 is paired with 5 and 1 is paired with 12. So let's talk about the pair of Universe 5. After all, pairs tend to be similar, right? Well, let's see. This universe is possibly one of the most interesting, as its god of destruction is the only one to have manifested a transformation. The 3 pillars are Liquir, Iru, and Korun. Iru, the first pillar and Kaioshin of the universe, also has a tactic to stand out among everyone. This is only possible because he truly enjoys being a Kaioshin. He is officially described as a character who loves making plans and gets excited when those plans start to work out. As an extrovert, he openly expresses his relief that his universe was spared from the Tournament of Power and takes pride in his role and performance in the event. Like all Supreme Kaioshins, he is extremely powerful despite his appearance. And I dare say that the Kaioshins from other universes could possibly have the level to fight in the Tournament of Power and stand out. The Kaioshin race, despite their supposed power, squander their potential by drinking tea. The second pillar of this universe is Liquir, one of the most intriguing and fan-favorite gods of destruction. After all, his appearance is really cool. And remember I said he was the twin of Universe 5? Actually, these gods are nothing alike in their way of working, Araki and Liquir. While Araki seeks to preserve lives as much as possible, Liquir lives to eliminate flaws in the plans of his supreme Kaioshin, Iru. He strictly destroys anyone who lowers the mortal level of his universe. Those who get in the way are eliminated. Despite his rough appearance, Liquir is quite jovial. He shows that he is proud of his strength and power, boasting about the superiority of his universe compared to Yuan, and wishing for a friendly match in the Tournament of Power in the arena. Liquid also seems to respect quote-unquote love, since he was in favor of Rivriani's strength in the Tournament of Power. Furthermore, although he was confident in the superiority of his universe, he was visibly stunned, like many gods, when Universe 9 was erased, showing that he has a certain degree of respect for life. He stands out for being the only god of destruction who has manifested a transformation, the nine-tailed transformation. He is inspired by the nine-tailed fox Kyubi no Tsune from Japanese mythology, which also inspired the anime Naruto. In his nine-tailed state, he broke free from Bellman's imprisonment sphere and unleashed a powerful energy barrage. And the last pillar of this universe is Korun. He is, of course, Liquir's teacher, and probably helped him manage his transformation. Of course, he is also the strongest being in Universe 8. He is described as a very assertive angel, and he is not shy about sharing his high opinion of himself. In other words, he knows he is one of the best. In the manga, he shows respect towards his colleagues and was upset with Goku's casual attitude towards his father and the 2 Xenos. He was shocked to learn that Goku had assisted them, as he had never witnessed a mortal aiding Xeno. Interestingly, Korun was meant to be Universe 9's angel. He even debuted in a Japanese magazine. However, not Liquir but Sidra, the god of Universe 9, was present by his side. He was drawn by Akira Toriyama, unlike some other angels who were drawn by Toyotaro. And his name is a pun on a type of alcohol called Corn Brand. The gods and angels have names inspired by alcoholic drinks. I can bring inspiration in the hierarchy video, which will likely be one of the most complete if it gets significant support. Like this video and comment below if you want the full hierarchy video, as it will be the most interesting Dragon Ball video here. And last but not least, we have Universe 12. This universe is fascinating. Its 3 pillars are Gin, the god of destruction, Agu, the supreme Kaioshin, and Martino, the angel. Universe 12 is renowned for its technological advancements, the first time machine and time travel achieved by mortals across all universes, including Bulma from Universe 7, originated in Universe 12. The universe's balance is maintained by the Kaioshin and the god of destruction. The Kaioshin calms the psychopathic god of destruction, each balancing the other. Agu, your Kaioshin, is greatly concerned with being virtuous and speaking virtuously. Despite having an already developed universe, he is obsessed with elevating it even further. In both universes, the Kaioshin plays a crucial role in the universe's development, perhaps even more important than the god of destruction, yet they are frequently oppressed by those very gods. Agu is very proud of his skill as Supreme Kaioshin because he believes that he and his fellow deities from Universe 12 were spared by Zeno and future Zeno because they were doing a good job, and after Universe 9 died, he, along with most of the other deities, seemed shocked and particularly saddened by the loss. According to Zamasu in the manga, Agu is another extremely powerful being. Agu's future counterpart in Universe 12's sacred world of the Kaioshins kept the time machine created by a mortal from future Trunks' timeline, indicating his complete awareness of the universe's events. The second pillar is Jin, the god of destruction. He is an excellent god of destruction, because simply put, when he goes out on a mission as a god of destruction to destroy, he does it very well. He does his job mercilessly and indiscriminately. But because he's so good at it, he gets bored due to the lack of anything left to destroy. He is a confident, proud, and intelligent god who was perceptive enough to realize the Grand Priest's plan when he suggested testing the Tournament of Power arena with Yuan, Liquir, and Araki, anticipating they would have to rebuild it afterwards. Jin refused, stating that the results would be obvious. He did this along with Anato, the first Supreme Kai mentioned earlier. There from Universe 1, they were the only ones who smiled when they heard 17's wish to restore the universes that had been erased, suggesting how much he values life. He anticipated this outcome. Now, the angel behind Universe 12 has been revealed. More precisely, the angel named Martino. She doesn't need to do much thanks to her excellent Supreme Kaioshin and God of Destruction. However, she thinks about trying to raise the level of those two even more. After all, as their teacher, she seeks to push them higher and higher. Similar to most angels, she doesn't seem to care about the lives of mortals. When Universes 9 and 10 were erased, she kept smiling as before. She is the strongest being in Universe 12. Similar to the identical symbols on the God of Destruction robes of Gin and Catella, Cognac, the angel of Universe 4, and Martino also share the same symbols on their robes. I can demonstrate the correlation in upcoming videos. If you liked this one and want to see more about other universes, please leave plenty of likes. Share your curiosity and what you'd like me to cover on this channel in the comments. Subscribe so you don't miss the exciting upcoming videos I have planned. Watch the video on the 12 most powerful gods where I delve into their fighting abilities, besides specifying a lot of really cool things that were left out of this video. And that's basically it, guys. Thank you so much for your support. I'll stop here. See you.